viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Larry and today I am in Bluestone Treasure Estate here in Mowe Town, Lagos, Nigeria. Now this estate is off the Lagos Ibadan Expressway and this estate is about give or take 15 minutes off the expressway, which is Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Okay, so when you get to the expressway, you drive down to Mowe Town. That is where you will find the Bluestone Treasure Hilltop Estate. But before I take you in here and show you all that, for clarification of the road network, I made a road tour video on this estate. I will advise you to watch that video. That video will be recommended to you after the end of this video. So I will advise you watch this video to the end so that you can see the other video on the road network, how I drove from the junction of the Lagos Ibadan Express down to this particular place. Okay, so it will give you a better understanding on how to navigate to this particular estate. So smart investors, this estate is still undergoing construction, but though we have residents already living in here. And what do we have in here? We have a 3-bedroom bungalow selling in this place. We have 3 types of bungalows. We have an executive, we have classic, and we have Carcass. Now they are the same prototype, just different categories. Now for the executive is sitting in a 600 square meters plus size, while for the classic it is sitting on a 300 square plot size. Why for the Carcass it is semi-finished, which is we are only doing the exterior and will allow you to do the interior, and that one is also sitting in a 300 square meters. Smart investor, that is not all. We also have land selling in here. We have 600 square meters and we also have 300 square meters for those who want to buy land and build in this estate. So smart investors, before we go into this estate and see what this estate is all about, if this is your first time on stumbling upon my channel, this is the right time to hit the subscribe button, also turn on the bell notification button so you don't miss out on our future updates. My name is Larry and I'll be your tour guide, taking you right into this estate and showing you what Bluestone Treasure Estate is all about. So permit me to turn this camera and show you what we have here. Welcome back, viewers. So this is the estate. This is Bluestone Treasure Estate here in Mowe Town. Okay, so smart investors, currently, like I mentioned, we already have residents living in here. So I'm going to show you some of that, and we also have more construction coming inside this estate. Okay, smart investors, that is not all. This is a place where we have some other estates around here. So opposite us is an estate. You can see the gatehouse there. We also have an estate in front of us there. So if you watch the video I told you about, the road drive video I made where I drove down to this estate, you are going to notice the various estates inside this particular place. Okay, so smart investors, let's go inside and see what we have in here. So currently we already have electricity here. You can see there's a transformer designated for this estate alone. I'm going to show you that now. So this is the gatehouse, and also the security checkpoint is somewhere here. Now this is the transformer just for this estate alone. Now when you drive into this estate, there are 2 sections of this estate. The left hand side is where the developers are building bungalows, and the right hand side is where lands are being sold. So these buildings you're seeing are for smart investors who bought lands here and built their own dream homes. So I'm not going to show you all this building. It's just to let you know that if you want a land, we are going to allocate your land somewhere here, and if you want a bungalow, you'll be getting it here. Okay, so this particular first entrance is where we have major residents already living here. So I'm going to show you that and maybe walk a bit inside and show you some. But then again, the drone view I'm going to give you of this estate is going to give you a better understanding on the area view of this estate. Okay, this is the estate management office for inquiries and complaints. You can come here and get all that. Okay, so let me just walk down to this place and show you that there are some residents already living in here. Okay, before we go to the major places where we have bungalows for sale. Now, this particular place is already occupied. You can see DSTV and also a water tank. Also, this place is yet to be occupied, though it's already sold out. Major units here are already sold out. Okay, so there is a resident here. You can see his cars parked in front of his house. Okay, so majorly this is where we have residents, the early subscribers who subscribed into this estate. This is where we have them already living. Okay, so all these places are already occupied. There's someone living here already. There's a vehicle inside. So smart investors, remember we have 3 categories of bungalow in here. We have executive, we have classic, and we have Carcass. I already explained to you what executive means. An executive is a bungalow sitting in a 600 square meters. Okay, why for the classic it is sitting in a 300 square meters. Why for the Carcass we only do the exterior and allow you to do the interior, and that will be sitting in a 300 square meters also. Okay, so smart investors, I just got to the end of this street, so let me walk around and show you around this place. Then I will just go into one of the units and show you the interior. Okay, and why will I do that? Just for you to know how the interior looks like. So remember I said the bungalow is the same prototype we are building everywhere. The only difference is the land size. So remember, smart investors, I said the types of bungalow here are all the same. So if you're buying a Carcass or if you're buying an executive or a classic, it is the same size and the same prototype, something like this. The only difference is the land size. So the executive is just sitting in a 600 square meters. That's the only difference. Why the classic is just sitting in a 300 square meters. Okay, and the Carcass is sitting in 300 square meters. The difference is that we are not going to do the interiors. You will do the interiors yourself. Okay, so let me walk into the estate and show you interior of a unit and also how the estate is coming up. Remember, it is still under construction. We're yet to do the road network. We're just in the process of building more units and also making sure we deliver units to some investors who bought into this estate. So all this place, remember I said these are those who bought land and are building their homes. So we are not restricting you. If you buy a land here, you can build whatever you want to build. Okay, so all these houses, you can build whatever you want to build. Why these are our bungalows. Someone's already living here. There's an AC here. Okay, so all these places are land we sold and people have started building their homes here. Okay, you can see construction gradually taking place. You can see more buildings inside here, so I'm not going to go inside because we can't cover that. So but a drone view will give us the area view of this place so we can understand how massive and the beauty of the estate. So all these places are sold, okay, already occupied by smart investors and home seekers. So smart investors, at the early stage of this estate, we were doing allocations to those who bought land randomly, but later on, we now stopped that and started allocating to those people by our right hand. So all these people bought lands, and that's why they built this. So all these are people who bought land at the early stage of this estate. Okay, so that's why we have just two different building type around here. Yeah, how are you? So you can see a resident driving out of the estate. So remember I said all these ones bought land, and at the early stage when this estate started, that's why they built these structures. But now anybody that buys, we're going to allocate to our right hand side. So smart investors, you can see more units coming up. So all these places are occupied. These ones are sitting in the 300 square meters. Okay, you can see that we've already done the road network here. You can see more units here coming up. So these are units. Smart investors, what are you waiting for? This is the best time to own a home for yourself here in Mowe town of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Okay, so you can see a unit coming up. This particular unit is sitting in a 300 square meters. Okay. So if you're looking for a house to buy in Mowe, Bluestone Treasure Estate is one of the best options I will recommend you to have. Okay, this estate is very affordable, and remember we have three categories of bungalow here: the classic, the executive, and the Carcass. And also the good thing about this particular estate is it is not far from the Redeem Camp. You already know that the Redeem Camp is off the Ibadan Express, so it's not far from Redeem Camp. Also, it is close to Ikeja, which is also a plus for you. Okay, so smart investors, look at the extent of how this estate is, and I told you already we have residents living in here, and there's already electricity here. Okay, so someone is already living in here. You can see his AC, DSTV. Okay. And this is sitting in a 600 square meters. This is an executive plot. You can see how large the compound is. Okay. Yeah, how are you? So you can see more units coming up inside. Okay. We still have land here for sale. So I can't cover every place. I'm just trying to take just this road. There are other units inside. You're going to see that when you watch the drone view. You can see more units coming up there. So this particular unit is sitting in an executive. Okay, this is an executive. So you can see more units. I'm trying to look for an executive that is still under construction so that you can see how big it is. I guess I have found one. Let me see if this is open for you to view, so I can just show you that. Remember I said it is the same structure, so this and this are the same thing. The only difference is this is sitting in a 300 square meter, so this is a classic, while this is an executive. This is an executive. You can see how large the spacing is. Okay, so that's just the difference. So these ones are classic, while these ones are executive. So I think this is open. I don't know if the door is open, but let me just show you the compound so you can have an understanding of how the compound is. Okay, so you can see how big this compound is. So this is a 600 square meters house, and this is an executive. Okay, so this is how big it is. And the advantage of this place is for those who want to maybe build swimming pool, you want to have your mini garden, you know, and maybe during your child dedication parties, you can throw that in your compound. You can see how big it is. So this is the advantage of buying an executive. You can see how big it is. Okay, it is sitting in 600 square meters. Okay, so I can't enter here because I noticed the door is locked, so I'll just look for a unit that is open and show you. Okay, so remember I said they are just the same thing. The only difference is the interior. Okay, let me see. I think I'm seeing that. Let me ask them if it's open and clean so I can see that. So I really want to use an executive as a sample video because I love executive. I love the spacing. Okay, but if you can't find an executive that is free for us to view inside, we just have to settle for the classic. So they are all the same thing. Sizes of the rooms are the same thing. The only difference is the compound space. Someone's already living in here. Smart investors, this can be you. Own a land here, okay? Own a building here. You can also build this. Is it free inside? Is the inside free? Can I do a video inside? Yes. Alright, they're still working inside. Okay. This one. Okay. So which one have they fixed the accessories here? That one. So unfortunately, we can't see the executive, but let me just show you the land size again so you can see how big this compound is. So you can see how big the compound is. This is a 600 square meters land. So smart investors, like I said, this is also the best time for you to come and own one of these units. Buy a building here in Mowe. Okay, smart investors, we also have flexible payment plan in here. Okay, so you don't miss out on this great deal here in Mowe. So let me just look for any random unit because I just noticed it's hard for me to see an executive that is free for me to view the interior. Most of them are already occupied or still under construction. Okay, but that one, how about that one?
That one never fits the
Accessories.
accessories.
But the inside is clean.
Inside is clean.
Okay, let me use that one. So,
But once you want to see the accessory, see that time,
yes,
back of the house,
yes.
can enter the place.
Nobody's living there.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Let me
See
touch.
the work there.
Okay, let me use that one then. So smart investors, you see that particular unit, somebody bought it as Carcass and the person is doing the interior himself. Okay, so for those who want to do the finishing themselves, you can buy Carcass. For those who don't want to go through the stress, it's good for you to buy the finished, either classic or executive. But you know, I always say I like the executive because of the large compound space. You know, you can play around, do swimming pool, you can throw your parties, you can park as many cars as possible. Okay, so let me just look for a random bungalow and make a video of the interior so we can see the interior. So smart investors and home seekers. So I think this interior is fair enough for us to view. So we're going to go inside here and see the interior. But this is sitting in a 300 square meters. So this is a classic. But remember, I said the building types are the same with the classic and the executive. The only difference is the land size. So let's just see the interior and have a view of it. Now, the way we hand over this house is the exterior will be like this, okay, for all the houses. We're only giving you 2 blocks of fence. Now, once you buy, you can now do your fence like this once, okay, and do any kind of design you want and put your gate. But the company is going to deliver like this. So you're going to do your flooring yourself for all the houses, okay? So let's go inside. Now, work is still in process here, but I just want you to see how the interior rooms are. So welcome. This is like a waiting room, okay? It's like a waiting room. Why this is the guest toilet? You can see there are some stuffs inside. This is the guest toilet. Now this is the living area, okay? This is the living area. Let me give you the angle view from here. So this is the living area. Living area. Now you can use here as your dining. So you can use here as your dining, okay? You can use here as your dining. So this is your dining. Let's see the angle view from here. You can see how big this living area is. So let's go to the kitchen and see the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. Work in progress. They're trying to fit in the kitchen cabinet. So this is the kitchen. Okay, this is the kitchen. Work in progress. Okay, you can see that there is a store here. So this is the store for the kitchen. There's a back door that leads to the compound. And this is the kitchen. So let's see the first room. Now this is the first room here. This is the first room. You can see how spacious it is. So the workers are already living in this particular place. So this is the wardrobe. Okay. There's a toilet and bathroom. All the rooms are en suite. So this is the toilet and bathroom. Work in progress. They're using this for their store for now. So just for you to see the room sizes. So let's see the second room. Remember, it's a 3-bedroom. That's the second room. So this second room. This is second room. Work in progress. It comes with the wardrobe too. Okay. 2 windows. Okay. Work in progress. This is the bathroom and toilet. They're making use of here as a store for now. Okay, so this is it then. This is the master's, the last room. So this is the master's. Now, also 2 windows, sorry. This is the wardrobe. Okay. That's the toilet and bathroom. Okay, so this wardrobe is going to be somewhere here. They're going to construct a kind of shoe rack for you here where you can place your shoes. Then this is the toilet and bathroom. So the toilet will be somewhere here. While this is the shower, you can see the glass. There'll be a shower for you here. Okay, this is the master's. So smart investors, we've seen the 3-bedroom interior of this estate. Now, if you like this video, if you like this place, don't miss out on this offer, smart investors. So let's go and see the area view of this estate. right, viewers, so this brings us to the end of this video. I believe you enjoyed what you just finished watching, and remember, it doesn't end by just liking this video or enjoying this video. Taking action is the best thing for you to do right away. Okay, remember, we have 3 categories of buildings selling here. We have the classic, we have the executive, and we also have the carcass. What do you want to buy, smart investors? Don't miss out on this affordable bungalows here in Mowe. Smart investors, my numbers are right on the screen. And remember, I always say there's no better time to own a property in Lagos if not today. Today is the best time for you to buy your home or your land. Remember, I also have lands here. We have 300 square meters and we have 600 square meters selling. So don't miss out on any of this juicy offer. Smart investors, my numbers are right on the screen. Once more, you can call me via WhatsApp, you can call me on normal calls at any time. I'm ready and willing to take all that. Okay, thank you once more for watching this video and see you soon. Bye bye.